Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. My name is Blair Boone-Migura. I am the founder and the executive director of the Art Song Preservation Society. And welcome to today's program, Dramatic Interpretation of Song, with our guest artist, our special guest artist, RAEHANN BRYCE-DAVIS, mezzo-soprano, who is not only a gifted opera singer, but particularly she's a wonderful and accomplished art song singer as well, recital singer, stage singer, because she's not just limited to art song with her talents. So before we get started today, I just have a few housekeeping notes. I am going to ask everyone to remain muted unless you're singing, obviously, and of course, our guest artist will be the focus of the hour, so I'll highlight her, spotlight her, along with the singer singing, so that way, other faces, if you unmute, then some of our faces kind of pop up as well. We want to keep the focus on the performers and our guest artist today. I'd like to thank the donors that helped to make today possible, such as our primary donor, the Creative Engagement Fund. So the Summer of Song, this particular Summer Festival of Masterclasses is made possible by Creative Engagement, which is supported by the Department of Cultural Affairs and partnership with the City Council and New York State Council on the Arts with the support of the governor and the New York State Legislature, and it's administered by LMCC, Lower Manhattan Cultural Communities, and LMCC serves and connects the artistic organizations of New York with the public. So they're there to help make spaces possible for artists and communities. So we certainly thank them for their continued support of our yearly Masterclass and Recital Art Song Festival that we do. In addition, I just want to bring your attention, we had a wonderful Masterclass yesterday with Mark Markham, pianist Mark Markham. We have today with RAEHANN BRYCE-DAVIS, and in just under 2 weeks, on the 19th of June, we have Niels Newbert, who will be doing a masterclass in German Lieder. So I invite you all to return for that on Saturday the 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern. And for the rest of our summer schedule, you can check our website because we have some fantastic masterclasses with other guest artists that are accomplished, as well as some recitals coming up. So I look forward to that. And lastly, for those of you who don't know, we historically do our events at the Manhattan School of Music on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. So we will be returning to that venue after this season. So while it's been a wonderful ride virtually, we definitely look forward to being able to look at you eye to eye, to hear the singers live, to be able to meet our guest artists. But what we've heard from you, our audience, is that you do really appreciate the virtual component that's happened. So we plan on making sure that there is also a continued virtual presence as we move forward. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, with that, I'd like to introduce our guest artist to you today, Miss RAEHANN BRYCE-DAVIS. She is a returning guest artist. She did a wonderful masterclass on the same topic, how to bring text to life. And if you've seen her perform, you know why we've asked her to teach this. There is no one better equipped. She really has a rare gift, although she was trained at one of the finest institutions, Manhattan School of Music. Just looking at her, you can tell that a lot of this is innate. It's the special gift that some have. And so what we're looking to today is to kind of get it into the mind of an artist who has this rare gift to just breathe life into text, to hopefully impart some of what she does to our young singers, our talented singers who are on the program today. I will drop that into the chat box just in case you didn't get it. And without further ado, we have Miss RAEHANN BRYCE-DAVIS. Take it away, RAEHANN. Thank you.
Hello. It's so great to be with all of you this afternoon. Thank you so much, Blair, for this opportunity. I'm such a fan of the amazing work that this organization does. I think this is a topic that I'm so excited about because we spend so much of our focus on building technique and doing all of these things correctly. And then at the end, if there is not life breathed into this text, if we are not human beings on stage having an experience, a real experience, and communicating with our audience, then we lose them completely. A beautiful sound is a wonderful thing that you can listen to for maybe 30 seconds until you're like, So this is so exciting to spend some time on this level of the art making process. So, wait, let me not murder my computer. I look forward to hearing our first sing-along. Who is that?
Jennifer.
Hey.
So Tzu-Jun, who also goes by Jennifer, she will be singing "I Shall Not Live in Vain" by Jake Heggie.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, I have a robin unto his nest again. I shall not live in vain. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, I have a robin unto his nest again. I shall not live. I shall not live
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I could feel your sincerity. Did you choose this song?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I could feel that it was something that you really wanted to sing. As a character, who is singing this song? Is it you personally singing this song? Is this a personal like mission of yours?
Well, it's not actually like personal, but I feel like it's some part of me inside myself try to tell this story. Like I'm imagining younger self, and then just trying to understand the text, because the text is kind of complicated, but also really raw in a way. Yeah.
What do you think? I'm trying to diagnose what personal, but not really personal, but it's your younger self. The character is your younger self. Yeah. That's
Yes.
who's singing this.
Yes.
Great. What was happening in your life that made you want to sing this song?
I feel like it just brings back to like a really simple idea about like give other people something and then I will give something back to myself. I
Mm-hmm.
thought to that point, and then back to that, I thinking about, because the lyric is talking about there's no meaning in her life unless she can help someone. So
Yeah.
go back to that kind of concept,
Yeah.
but also kind of have my own mindset of if I helping other people,
Yeah.
then it's kind of come back to me
Right.
too.
So I agree with all of this. I think that's really great. I think you have to find a way to find like why you keep singing, because you start and you're like, if I can do something nice for somebody, you know, and then you just like keep saying that for however long, 3 minutes. Can you find an obstacle? Why do you have to sing this song? What's in the way of your being able to do something for them? Are you sick? Are you like you don't have money to help people? Are you like, what's the obstacle stopping you from just going out and helping somebody? Why do you have to sing a song about it?
Yes. I think the obstacle will be I personally also struggling about finding meaning in my life. So
Yeah, that's great.
struggling about the question about it. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So can we find different levels, because we have several verses in this? So can we start again with the first verse, and then you feel some kind of frustration because you're not finding the meaning, you're not finding the purpose that you wanted to find. So then you have a different color that you get more desperate in the second verse, like, but if I can something, you know, like, so let's go on a journey. Let's have first verse be like kind of like, you know, I'd really like to know what I'm gonna do. Man, I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the second. Yeah. And then it like grows to whatever your next choice is. Yeah. So let's start again. Let's pay a lot of attention to the consonants.
Okay, consonants.
And really, like, especially in the second verse, find the frustration in your consonants that you have. Yeah? Okay, let's go for it.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease my life the aching, or cool
Beautiful, beautiful. So from where we're going to go, we decided the second verse is going to be even more and more frustrated. What if the first verse was much lighter? Because I don't want you to like hurt yourself in your second verse. So what if it just starts in a lighter place? Like, where are you when you're singing this?
I probably would just like think about the concept about it, but I get really into it and emotionally in the second verse.
But where physically are you? Are you like sitting on your back porch, like thinking about this, or where are you?
Yeah, I feel like I probably sitting and just like staring outside the window and think about it.
Okay. Is the weather nice?
Yes.
Yeah. So by the way, guys, I'm working very directly from Stanislavski's 7 questions. So if you want to look those up on Google, Stanislavski 7 questions for acting. And they're just questions that really help you engage very physically and very literally in who your character is and what their motivations are and what are the obstacles. That's what we were talking about before. So now we're going into question number, let's see what number this is. Where am I is number 2. So you said you're sitting in your house, you're looking out the window, the weather is nice. Can we just hear the weather is beautiful? It's a beautiful evening. And can you sing verse 1 with "It's a beautiful evening" so that we really have somewhere to go for the second verse? And let's really, even still, let's think about the consonants, like in pain. Let's hear some really like pain in your P. Yeah, even if you're thinking about the beautiful evening, or cool, or cool one pain. Yeah, like take the time for the P, let it have its space.
Okay.
Thanks, Blair.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help a fainted robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or heal a fainted robin unto his nest again, I shall not live. I shall not live in
Beautiful. I want to draw attention to one of the things you did very organically. I liked very much that you, for the first verse, you found your window slightly to your left, I think. And then you came back somewhere different when you had the different idea. That's a great tool that we have, is just where we are looking. So I congratulate you on doing that organically. I think you have an entire interlude of how you travel from this thought of like looking out the window to like when we're talking to ourselves.
Yes.
Very rarely are we like looking straight ahead with such intensity, you know? And this whole thing is a conversation with yourself, right? Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So I think you also have the freedom to not always just be looking forward as we very often do as singers, but also having this conversation with yourself. I know myself, like when I look down sometimes, I'm like, I use my hands, I'm like, but like if I can find one heart from breaking, We look around much more than we do. So let's try it again, and let's have a journey through the piano interlude. The story doesn't stop when we stop singing. The story continues. Yeah? So let's find different colors of, like, I'm looking out the window, but really, am I finding my answers? I don't know if I am. Have real proper dialogue with yourself through the piano interlude. Also through the piano, through the beginning, through the introduction, through the piano introduction, you're still having thoughts about that. It's your thoughts that make the music begin. Yeah. So the color is playing the inner dialogue that you're having. So you cannot be just looking forward, because then the piano would have nothing to play. Right? Yeah, so let's have a journey during the interlude, and let's play even more extensively with your eyesight and having conversations with yourself. Yeah?
Okay, yes.
You don't have to sing the whole thing. Maybe if you could, like, start towards the end of the first verse.
Okay. Should I start from second page or
Sure. Sure, if you can do that, sure. Yeah. And don't be afraid to use your hands to just, like, really
Yeah, I always
yourself.
My head, like, where should I put my hands? I don't know.
Yeah, just talk. It's not necessary. Don't use them if you don't feel like it, but also don't feel like you're imprisoned to stay whatever. Just have a conversation with yourself, whatever that looks like.
Okay. I shall not live in vain. If I cast off one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease my life the aching, or call away
Beautiful, beautiful. I think we've gotten back to our normal practices of
staring at it.
Going forward. Yeah. But you tried it for a bit in the beginning, and I appreciated that. Can we add to it? One of the beautiful tools that we have is our legato, is the breath as the yearning, because this whole thing is just like one sigh of longing. I think that's how I see this piece. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you also have in vain is the last word, I think, of that first verse. In vain. So can you keep the breath spinning with your longing? In vain. There's also longing in the breath in the legato. So use that aspect also in your, as you continue to explore with your different levels of talking to yourself. Yeah.
So is it like talking to myself is
like,
all throughout the pieces, and then I'm not necessarily just focusing on like in front of me, just like you can see.
Right. Can you right now have a conversation with yourself? Like just be like, okay, I really want to find my purpose in life. But I don't know what that is. Can you just have that conversation with yourself, whatever that looks like?
I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but maybe I should try that.
Yeah. Do you notice what you just did with your physicality, what you did with your eyes, what you did with the questioning? Do you see? Do you see?
Yeah.
That's what you do naturally. You would never, I don't know what I'm going to do. I would really like to, you know, and that's what we're trained to do very often as singers, you know, because there is a certain energy that is required to sing and to communicate the message outwards, but you can find a way to do that with still being a bit more ähnlich, as the Germans would say. Yeah. Okay, so can we play with that again, starting at page 2?
Okay. I shall not live in vain. If I can stop my heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can live a life aching or cold
Beautiful, beautiful. Can we? So this was so much more organic. Immediately you were a bit more lost in your own world. So I, as a listener, wanted to know what was going on with you. Yeah.
Like what I'm afraid is when I'm trying to like move around, I kind of distract the audience and
yeah. You will find right now we're playing. Yeah. So is there too much movement and too much eye stuff right now? Yes. But you're finding something that's different. So is it going to be perfect at the very beginning? Absolutely not. You know, but that's what learning is, that's what playing is, and we have to give ourselves freedom to explore, right? So it's much more interesting if you're able to explore and not judge it, you know, just be eventually once you step on a stage, then we do what we feel in that moment, and it will naturally be a more synthesized version. But if you've had this time to play and find different colors and to explore with different physicalities, then when you step on stage, you have a whole world of a toolkit instead of the one.
Yes.
Yeah. I give you one last thing. I'm not sure how we're doing on time. I'm not watching it all. Blair, are you going to give me like a warning when we...
Actually, literally, I was typing in the words right now. 4 minutes.
Okay, great. So can you give me also so congratulations, first of all, on playing fully. Can you give me on or help one robin unto his nest again? That's actually a really beautiful line, you know? And I don't know that you necessarily need to say, I want to help a robin into his nest. You know, it's not desperate. Yeah, it's not quite that dramatic, you know? What if the robin is just something you saw from your window? You're like having this whole inner turmoil, and then you're like, oh, the robin. Or help a robin into his nest. Like finding joy, finding a different color for that line. Yeah. Because the first time you did it, we were aiming for being rather serene. So what if after all of this like frustration, we just see the robin?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you want to help it. So I don't can you start somewhere before it? Yeah. Finding your frustration, and then look at that cute little thing.
Okay. We call
little bit more so we can really feel the difference of the, you're in your like, oh, world, and then like, oh.
Let me start from the second session.
Yeah, sure, great. And remember, we're exploring, we're feeling the angst. Yeah, go for it.
If I can stop my heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease my life the aching, or cold
Great. Can we make that even more? Can we make that even more organic? Can you, instead of doing the singer acting of like, I'm here, oh, I'm here. Can we, instead of doing that version of it, can we be like here and then like literally like you see something in the corner of your eye and you're like,
oh.
Yeah, like make it more specific. See something moves. What is it? Oh, that robin. Or help one robin. Yeah. So like have it be a really specific place where you see the robin.
Okay, got it. If I can stop my heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease my life the aching, or cool one
Great. Since I want you to like just nail this ending. It's the last thing you're gonna do. So I want you to make it. You have more time. You can even do it while you're singing your long note because it needs more time. You just need more time to see it and recognize it and then sing about it. You know, whereas if you finish singing and then see it, you have not enough time. You just have one tiny little rest. Yeah. Or ease one pain. Or help one robin, you know, whatever that looks like.
Yes.
And really use your P if you can.
Pain.
If you can without locking the jaw. Pain. Pain. Yeah.
Pain.
Yeah. Give it space and time.
Okay.
And emphasis.
Okay.
Let's just do it and then finish to the end. Then take us to the end. Just have whatever you're feeling, feel it deeply and live it fully right now. All your ideas, all your love, all your suffering, all of it right now. Just live till the end.
If I can stop my heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease my life the aching, or cool shall not
Brava!
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you. Beautiful singing. Thank you for your generosity in playing.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
So we have Erika Weever next, singing A Chloris.
Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien. Je ne crois pas que l'homme m'aime, et ton bonheur y aura au mien. Que la mort serait importune à venir changer ma fortune pour la félicitude des cieux. Tous écondés de l'embrasure, ne touchez point mon fantaisie auprès des grâces de tes cieux. Tous écondés de l'embrasure, ne touchez pas mon fantaisie auprès des grâces de tes yeux.
Yay!
Thank you.
Beautiful, Erika.
Thank you.
So, who are you? Who is singing this song?
As the author, I guess I'm in love. I'm in love with this person or with my person, and yeah, I'm the lover.
So I am like in love with what the joy that just sprung across your face when you just started talking. Like that person, Erika, is who we want to see on stage, right? And very often we have all of these like preconceived notions of like, I'm an opera singer. This is the sound that I'm going to make because I'm making very serious music, yeah? And all we as an audience want is to have an experience with you and the art that you create. So can you tell me, do you have the same music, the same score that I do? Yeah? Okay. So can you speak me this text in English? It would be great if you had it memorized. Ideally, we have an English monologue version of our songs memorized, but I haven't asked you to prepare that ahead of time. But so if you could just read this or whatever you remember of the text, can you say it to us in English?
Yes. If it is true, Chloris, that you love me, and I understand that you love me well.
Great. Let's stop there and like make that real, right? So, because you wouldn't say, if it is true, whoever your lover's name is, you'd be, this is somebody who's questioning, like, are they super into me? Are they actually into me? Like,
yeah.
For real? Because like, that would be amazing,
Okay.
Can you give me like that energy? If it is true, like there's a huge, like, that if is important, like if it is true. Yeah. So give me the genuine, like questioning, like, if it is true.
Okay. Okay. If it is true, Chloris, that you love me.
So much certainty. If it's true. No. If it's true, and make it your own. Make it, if it's true that you love me, like.
Okay. If it is true, Chloris, that you love me, and I understand that you love me well.
Okay. You know that for sure? You know that for sure? No, do you know that for sure? Like, they are like you heard it's intense. Is that what you heard?
Yeah. Okay. 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 If it is true, Chloris, that you love me, and I understand that you love me well.
I don't know. You're so sure about it right now. You're so sure about it. And I think you have the whole thing is like a big if, because first it's like if, and then it's like, if it is true, I'm going to be like the happiest person in the universe, right? But we have, before we get there, we have to feel the questioning. So have less prep, because right now you're giving me Erika exists. If it is true, let's get rid of this like moment of like becoming this person. Yeah. So be like, hey, my name is Erika. What's going on? If it's true, just, yeah. First of all, let's shake. Let's shake. Let's get rid of all the seriousness and like keep this singing, and then let's go straight into if it is true. If it is true, go.
Okay.
If it is true. If it is true. If it is true.
If it is true, Chloris, that you love me and I understand that you love me well.
Yes, I love it. Keep going. Yes, that was real.
Okay. I do not believe that even kings could have a happiness as equal as mine.
Oh, and then what else?
Okay. How the deaf would be unwelcome if it were to exchange my present state for even the joys of heaven.
Even the joys of heaven. Ah! Yeah, like also you can also go up with your tone. It doesn't have to go da 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 da. You can go anywhere if it is true, because right now you don't have to adhere to the notes that our dear hair has given us. You right now you can do whatever you want. So the joys of heaven, let the voice like go wherever it wants. Yeah, keep going.
Okay. I'm sorry, how the deaf would be unwelcome if it were to exchange my present state for even the joys of heaven. And all that they speak of ambrosia, could not even inspire my imagination like the favor in your eyes.
Yeah, like the favor of your eyes. Oh my gosh. So they're standing in front of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is different. This is going to be different with your eyes than what Jennifer was working with, because she was talking to herself, right? So yeah, absolutely what you were doing, all of that includes, but like also you have to register that they're right there. And this is like this is a really big reveal, you know, like if it's true that you're really into me, then, well, actually it doesn't have to be she doesn't have to be, they don't have to be there. How do you feel? Are they there or are they not there?
I imagine them being there.
Okay. Good. Okay. So let's make them there and let's shall we sing it? Can you say it in French this time with the same like yeah.
Okay. With the music or without?
No, just speak it in French.
Okay. C'est le vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes. Yeah, okay.
Straight to the end. S'il est vrai que tu m'aimes. S'il est vrai que tu m'aimes. S'il est vrai que tu m'aimes, Chloris, whatever. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Like straight to the end, the excitement is just building through every single line.
Okay. Shake. Okay.
Yeah.
C'est vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien.
Yeah. Without getting cheesy. Yeah. S'il est vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes.
Okay. C'est vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. Did you? I heard that you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. C'est vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien. Je ne crois pas que le roi m'ait emboîté pareil.
We need a few diction classes, but but with what we have right now, I'm looking for just the yeah. So like maybe if you can you give me just some breaths of excitement right now? No, like really make that sound. Yes, because sometimes if you just connect organically with the sound, the color of the sound that you want to have, yeah. So just do that again one time with the breaths, and then speak the French again.
Okay. C'est vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien.
Yes. And I want none of the ends of them to go down. Make them go up. Que tu m'aimes. Que tu m'aimes bien. Don't make them go down because they're all still going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
C'est vrai, Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien. Je ne crois pas que le roi m'aime et un bonnet pareil au mien.
Let's go to singing.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're going to find just this sigh of excitement. Yeah. And like they're being super vulnerable right now, you know? So let's find that vulnerability. You were shooting your shot, girl. You were shooting your shot. Yeah. This seriousness that just happened, cut that step.
Okay.
We just want Erika. You are a beautiful, beautiful girl, and we want you in your organic self. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, great. Let's find what we're doing what's happening in that music. Where is
I'm imagining that I'm face to face with the person and I'm getting ready to declare my love to them. That's what's in my head.
That's a huge prep. That's a huge prep to get ready for, you know, like maybe, maybe you're a little bit nervous about it. You're like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You have to like psych yourself up for it. So let's make this piano interlude or intro psyching yourself up for it, right? Which is a lot more energy than like this, you know? So give me like whatever it takes to be like, all right, girl, okay, all right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell them it's going to be big. It's going to be okay, but we're going to do it. I want that language in your head. Or actually, why don't you say it out loud for now while the intro is going?
Okay. This is the moment. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to finally be facing you. I'm so excited to tell you how I feel. I just hope that you accept it. And I hope that all of our feelings are true and real.
How beautiful was that? That was so beautiful. Let's do that again. And then let's go into the singing because that was everything. Yeah.
Okay.
That smile was everything.
I'm just so excited to be here. I couldn't even imagine any other way. And to know that you possibly love me, and of course, I love you with everything in me. Please accept me for who I am. And of course, I will accept you because nothing measures up to this.
Yep. I want this talking to not stop until you start singing.
Okay.
Because you still have this moment of like, la, 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 la. And I don't want that moment of disengagement from your organic self. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So just keep talking right till it's time to sing.
Okay. Nothing makes me more happier than this time right here, to be spending it with you and expressing all of my deepest feelings to you. Please accept me and everything that I have to give you. Chloris, que tu m'aimes bien, je ne crois pas que m'aimes, je n'aurai pareil.
Lovely. Can we try it one more time with more questions? Like less like certainty, because right now you're giving me very much, this is the time I'm excited to tell you that I love you. But like you don't know for sure. Yeah. So can you just give me more like anxiety about the whole situation and just give 1,000% more energy than you would normally do. Yeah. So like you have all the freedom to just be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it. 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 Am I for real doing this? Ah! Like, give me all those different like levels, those different colors, those different questions. Instead of just like, this is da 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 da. Yeah. Because all of those different things are what you're going to use in the song. Okay.
Okay.
So just, just be more anxious about it. Not so certain. Yeah.
I've been waiting on this moment all of my life. I can't believe that I'm finally here now.
What if she doesn't like you?
What
if it doesn't work out? It might not work out. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so okay. No, okay. I can't believe this. I really hope that they accept me for who I am. I think that you love me. I hope that you love me. You must love me. But if not, I just want you to know that I truly do love you. Nothing could measure up to this. Please. I'm waiting. célèbre Chloris, que tu m'aimes. J'entends que tu m'aimes bien. Je ne crois pas que les romaines et ton bonheur pareil au mien.
Great. So let's play with this interlude. So you have different sections of this, right? It's like, if it's true that you love me, which I've heard, like even like kings themselves couldn't like match how happy I am. And then you have your interlude, right? So your interlude can either be a play out of the feelings that you were just talking about, or it can be a transition into what's coming next. So what's coming next?
What's coming next is them imagining that death wouldn't even be, or trading this moment for death wouldn't even be enough, not even for the joys of heaven.
Yeah, so that's a very different color from like kings themselves couldn't match my happiness. And then it's like, even death. You know, those are like two different worlds. So you can play within your interlude to transition from the super happiness into the super like bold thing that you're about to say, like even death couldn't, whatever. So can we use that interlude to like transition to these worlds? Yeah. To come and change my fortune. That's really like bold speech. Yeah, that's hard to find. That's all the same.
Okay. I'm so excited for this moment. Please accept me. Célèbre Chloris, que tu m'aimes. J'entends que tu m'aimes bien. Je ne crois pas que les romaines et ton bonheur pareil au mien.
You're getting bold. Like not even, nothing can stop you.
L'amour serait appartient à venir changer ma fortune pour ma félicité, t'es sûr.
Yeah. So even death would be powerless to come and change my fortune for all the joys in heaven. Rah! You know, that's okay, Tom. Yeah. So just such a different color from. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped you because it's hard now to find where you were. But 4 minutes. Okay. Can we just do that one more time? And Can you really give me like eye levels? Happiness is up. Death is like roar. Like, let's give it all like big adjectives to the seconds. First section, a big question. Like maybe if you do like physicalities, that could also help you to really solidify what your different sections are and what your different colors are. So if it's true that you love me, can you do this with me? This is obviously not something you would do on stage, but this is just like really basic finding big colors for your sections. If it's true that you love me, like with
If
like,
it's
yeah.
true that you love me.
Yeah. And I have heard that you love me well.
And I have heard that you love me well.
I don't believe that kings themselves, yeah, like bring it down, like, and look up.
I don't believe that kings themselves.
Kings themselves can match such happiness as mine.
Can match such happiness as mine.
Even death would be powerless to come and change my fortune.
Even death would be powerless to come and think my fortune.
For all the joys of heaven.
For all the joys of heaven.
And then all that is said of ambrosia does not touch all that is said, and then open it with your arms. All that is said of ambrosia does not touch my imagination like the grace of your eyes. Yeah. So like open it out this way and like, yeah.
Yeah. So, and all that is said of ambrosia cannot even inspire my imagination like the favor of your eyes.
Yeah. So good. So this is like big stories. So first we're questioning, and then it's happiness, and then it's boldness, and then it's honesty, right? So yeah. I don't know. Let's sing through the whole thing one time, really just trying to establish those 4 big different colors. Yeah. And use the physicality if you need it. The questioning, the joy, the boldness, and the openness, the honesty. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And just go, because this is your last time going through, just be like as big as you can, like not even as big as you can, just go buck wild with like being completely inappropriate, complete freedom to play 1000%. Okay.
Okay. I can't believe this moment. I can't believe that I'm right here. I hope that they love me. I hope they accept me. I've been waiting on this for so long. I have so much inside of me. I can hardly contain it. I don't even know. Just please hear me. Just listen, okay? I love you. Chloris, que tu m'aimes, mais j'entends que tu m'aimes bien. Je ne crois pas que les m'aiment et ton bonheur pareil au mien. No. Listen, no. Que l'amour serait opportune à venir changer ma fortune pour la félicité des cieux. Tout ce qu'on dit de l'embraser ne touche point mon fantaisie auprès des grâces de tes yeux.
Beautiful, beautiful. So congratulations. I feel like now you started playing much more with the different colors. Did you feel freer in this time through?
Yeah, it helped to have the 4 perspectives of each.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times having that clarity of what you want as a big picture are really great. If we had time to do it again, I would say, because you repeat those last few times a few times, I loved that you were up for it, but I really missed this moment when you really like said it to them. Yeah. So the first time maybe it's up, and then the second time you get like really like in the grace of your eyes. Yeah. Like make that like super intimate. And that's like a really big and like bold thing that you're doing, and then you have that whole interlude to like decide how you feel about what you just did. You can be like, yeah, you can stay there for a while, like, or you can be like, holy crap, what did I just do? Like there are lots of different options of what you can do to live during that interlude. But huge congratulations to you. I think this is a really great way to work, because you need very specific things for how to create colors. So you can do that for yourself, like make big section decisions about the colors of each section that you're going to make. Yeah. Brava.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you, Erika. And thank you, RAEHANN. That was a wild and exciting ride. That was wonderful. Thank you. Okay, next up we have Dawson, who will be singing, yes, the Ives, West London. I'm excited for this. Let's see. Are we here, Dawson? Perfect.
Yep, right here.
I'll put the music in the chat.
Crouched on the pavement, close by Belgrave Square, a tramp I saw ill, moody and tongue-tied. The babe was in her arms, and at her side a girl. Their clothes were rags, their feet were bare. Some laboring men whose work lay somewhere there passed opposite. She touched her girl on a cross and begged, and came back satisfied. The rich she had let pass with a frozen stare. Thought I above her state, this speechless, she will not ask of aliens, but of friends, of sharers in a common human fate. She turns from the cold succor which attends the unknown, little from the unknowing great, and points us to a better time, and points us to a better time, and points us to a better time than ours.
Wow.
Thank you.
Brava. What an interesting piece.
I know, right? Yeah. My
Did
voice teacher assigned this to me, actually, and I didn't realize how much I would fall in love with it, but she's actually here today. But yeah, I love this piece so much.
Hey. So who are you who is singing this song?
So me, the person singing this song, is someone walking down the street in London. It's a dreary day, and they're kind of witnessing society, and they just see how terrible it is at the time. They see poor people just sitting on the street with their children, going hungry, and just wondering what the heck is going on, essentially.
Okay. So you're walking.
Yeah.
You're walking while you see it. And then do you stop, I guess, when you see this specific scene?
Yeah, they kind of just stop and look.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, yes. I see. I stop and I see a mother holding their child and a little girl in their hands, and they're, on the street just sitting there wondering when someone will come and save them from they're just sitting, they're just going hungry, they're starving,
So so we've been talking a lot about eye levels, right? So Jennifer was talking to herself, so that's more of like a this thing. Erika was talking to someone and like about her feelings for that person, about their feelings for that person. Whereas you are watching a specific scene happening, right?
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to like watch.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the main thing that has been difficult about this piece, actually, just being an outsider and witnessing, the rich people just passing by and not stopping to help.
Yeah. So you have to do the work in your imagination to really see this picture specifically.
Yeah.
You have to see, like, how old is the mother?
I picture the mother to be kind of my age, almost kind of like it's a kind of a relatable thing, yeah. When everyone goes through hardships. And so when you see someone that is clearly going through something and no one is stopping to help,
yeah.
Or, yeah. It's just see it and it breaks your heart.
Yes. So these are wonderful, great, big feelings. Now let's like break it down into like, so you told me she's your age. What color is her hair?
I picture her to be blonde.
She's blonde. What is she wearing?
Rags.
What color
just kind of they're I see like red, but dirty.
Yeah.
They're kind of just maybe ripped up a little bit, just like she doesn't have any clean clothes. She's poor. She doesn't, she's trying to feed children. Yeah.
Right. But let's talk specifically about like just what we see. So we see she's wearing red, but it's like really, it's really dirty. What is she wearing? Shoes?
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing shoes.
I see her wearing shoes, just kind of like holy ones, ripped up.
Okay. And is she sitting on the ground, or where's she sitting?
She's sitting just on the ground at in the corner of the sidewalk.
Okay. And then where is her daughter?
She's holding her baby, and then her daughter is like in her hands, just kind of sitting there.
Okay, so the baby is like in like the left hand, and then the daughter.
Like her baby. Well, I see her baby in her right hand, and then her daughter's in her left hand.
Okay. Okay, good. So she's kind of like protecting them from the dangers that are around. Okay. So can we start again? And can you just be like walking perhaps, and then all of a sudden you see them? Okay. And then you're kind of taking them in, and be thinking something very specific in your mind, like, man, that's really sad.
Okay.
I wonder what she went through this morning. I wonder if like when the last time was that she was able to have a bath. I wonder what made her be in this situation. Just think all of these thoughts very specifically during your intro.
Okay. Crouched on the pavement, close by Belgrave Square, a tramp I saw ill, moody and tongue-tied. The babe was in her arms, and at her side a
Great.
Past opposite.
Great. So forget me as I say, do all these things through the intro. That doesn't exist. So perhaps you need to tell that story before the music begins, right? So can you have this moment, just this beat of like you're walking, everything's fine. Then you see them. And this will be hard for your pianist to know when you're ready to start.
Right, okay.
But hopefully you can do it with your breath. And you have a huge crouched, and you can give a lot of information with just your consonants of when you're beginning to start. She can't see you, but you can do it with your breath, and you can do it with your consonants. Yeah. So just take the time to have that beat that we talked about with the intro without the music. And then take a really big breath and kara.
Okay.
Even more time. Where are they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you like where they are?
Yeah, why don't you do that conversation out loud then?
Okay. Yeah.
Talk about how you're feeling about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see a mother with her 2 children on the side of the street crouched down.
Yes. But you're going to say that all in your singing. So what you're saying needs to be what happens before that.
Okay.
So first you're just like walking. You said you're walking down the street, you're chilling.
Yeah, I'm just walking.
Going
It's
somewhere.
Rainy day. I'm just, chilling, trying to stay out of the rain. And then suddenly I see crouched on the pavement close by Belgrave Square, a tramp I saw ill, booty and tongue-tied. The babe was in her arms, and at her side a girl. Their clothes were rags, their feet were bare. Some laboring men whose worthless song were there. Passed opposite, she touched a girl who hid across and begged, and came back satisfied. The rich she had let pass with a frozen stare.
Great. So you're essentially the narrator of what's happening. Can we have less emotion and you just doing your job as the storyteller?
Gotcha.
So instead of like on the words, a babe was in her arms and on her clothes were like you're just describing what you're seeing. Like it doesn't have to be so dramatic because we have a long way to go, and this song can get very like kind of cliche and like emotional, and I think if you're more detailed about just describing the scene, I think it will stay with you for longer. So crouched on the pavement. Can you just speak the words for me and just like describe like it's what you're seeing? Crouched on the pavement.
Crouched on the pavement through Belgrave Square, a tramp lies ill with her. Do you want me to do it word for word, or do you want me to just kind of describe what I see?
Why don't you tell us the story, because I think you'll be more organic that way.
Okay.
And can you just like point where the tramp where she is, where her, I guess her kids are with her, and then can you have the street be bigger where her daughter crosses so that we can see it? Because you did a different eye level for when the laboring man came, but it was too small so we couldn't register it. So can you do that and then like really see the daughter cross the road?
Okay.
Yeah? And so just make it really specific with what you're seeing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Crouched on the pavement by Belgrave Square, there's a tramp with her 2 children lying ill. Past opposite, I see the 2 laboring men working, and the child runs over and then comes back satisfied.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think you're probably pretty happy about, like, that's good. They gave her something, you know.
Yeah.
She comes back satisfied. That's a good
Right.
thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So let's do that without the like operatic version of the drama on it, and just tell us a story very casually.
Okay. Crouched on the pavement, close by Belgrave Square.
Sorry. Quick question. Can we do it faster?
Yeah.
I think that will help you be more casual about just seeing the picture. You know, it's moderato. You can make that whatever you want it to be. Just tell the story.
Okay. Crouched on the pavement, close by Belgrave Square, a tramp I saw in hoodie and tongue-tie. The babe was in her arms, and at her side a girl. Their clothes were rags, their feet were bare.
Yeah, great. So you can, these are moments for like colors. Her clothes were rags and her feet were bare, you know? So don't pass over, like those are really descriptive words. So let's give those, her clothes, like even if you're just seeing it, you can still take time to be like, dang.
Gotcha. Like you're just now witnessing, like you're taking in the appearance.
Yeah. Her clothes were rags and her feet were bare. Oh my goodness. She probably has like cuts on her feet because
right.
You know, she's been through it. Like, so you can still like be a witness of it and also like have some feelings about it. Can we do right at her clothes were rags or their clothes were rags?
Her clothes were rags, her feet were bare. Some laboring men whose work lay somewhere there passed opposite. She touched her girl who eyed across and came back satisfied.
Yeah. So this is a big descriptive moment. To have a different color. Some laboring men, you need to like see it before it happens, because right now you're going some laboring men, and
I noticed that, yeah.
and you need to what's your line right before it? Their feet were bare. Some laboring men. The idea always has to come before the physicality. Yeah. So some laboring men whose work lay somewhere there, you know. Okay. Like the more casual and detailed you are about the storytelling, the more we'll like engage with you. So whose work lay somewhere there, you know. Like the poetry is very clearly being like, they don't really specifically care. Like
they're just more focused on like the situation. It's just like, oh, they were just working somewhere there.
Yeah, somewhere there, you know?
Okay.
Passed opposite. They passed opposite. So she touched her girl, like she touched her girl who, oh my goodness, this is so small, who hurried across and begged and came back. Oh, and she came back satisfied, you know? So within that one sentence, there's so many like physicalities that you need to like register and perhaps have a thought about. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that
makes sense. Instead of like just focus on all the little things as you're doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise, some laboring men, blah, 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 you know. Give us your ideas on it. We care about Dawson. We care about what Dawson's thinking about the situation.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want me to start from her feet were bare?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Their feet were bare, by the way.
Their feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their feet were bare. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it one more time. Yeah. I did it again.
Good for you. Good for you for noticing.
Okay. Their feet were bare, some laboring men whose worthless hope were there. Past opposite, she touched her girl who eyed across and begged, and came back satisfied.
Great. So you're giving me eyesight of there. The laboring men, the girl crossed, all of it you're giving me there. And so we still need the laboring men are there. Where's the mother and her kid? Over there. And she sent her to go back over there. So if you're really seeing it, then you see that these are like two different positions.
Right.
And if you see it, we'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. One more time. But brava for coming before for some laboring men. Because this is just physical work. No, I'm saying congratulations for seeing some laboring men before you did it.
Oh, thank you. Same place?
Yeah.
Okay. Their feet were bare, some laboring men whose worthless home were there. Past opposite, she touched her girl who eyed across and begged, and came back satisfied. The rich she had let pass with a frozen stare.
The rich. How do you feel about the rich?
Eat the rich. No.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. What were you saying? Sorry.
I feel that, they should be helping them, but they're not, and it makes them like greedy.
Yeah. Great. So let's add that color to it, because right now you're just saying the rich, and I want the rich she let pass by with a frozen stare. Right? Just give me some kind of how you feel about it.
Right. Okay.
While you're talking.
You start right at that place.
Sure, but you gave me the crossing the street. Give me that even bigger, so we register it even more clearly. Maybe past opposite, or somewhere around there.
Sorry, you're frozen up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me? Yes. Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay. So where do you want me to start?
Yeah, maybe somewhere around past opposite, so we can see you're like past opposite. She touched the girl. Let's also use our consonants descriptively. She touched her girl who you're saying hide, who hide across and begged and came back satisfied. Like, oh, good. I'm so glad they did. While the rich, yeah, so just like more levels.
Okay. Past opposite, she touched her girl who hid across and begged, and came back satisfied. The rich she had let pass with a frozen stare.
Yeah. You have time. That's a great harmonic moment with a frozen stare. Like you lean into that harmony. I don't know your piece, but lean into that harmony and really use your consonant with a frozen stare. Yeah. Can we go the rich she let pass?
The rich she had let pass with a frozen stare.
Even to the end, because we have a decrescendo. Okay, fine.
Give that one to me. Don't give that one to her.
Yeah, but even still, though we decrescendo, we still keep the sound spinning. We still keep yeah.
Okay. So from the rich.
Yeah, the rich. Yeah.
The rich she had let pass with a frozen
And you can do it. Can I give you? Great. So stay on your vowel. Stay, and then you can do the decrescendo while still keeping your energy. Stay.
Okay. So like from the same place. The rich she have let pass with a frozen stare. Thought I above her state this spirit stars, she will not ask of aliens, but of friends, of sharers in a common human fate.
Great. So this is our climax.
Yes.
Right? So thought I. Now is the first time that it's all about you and your thought I. Above her state, the spirit towers. So let's make that even bigger. So first you were there, and then now it's more Inish. Thought I. Above her state, the spirit towers. She will not ask of aliens, but of friends. Like, you need time to make those, to have those realizations. Yeah.
Right.
So
like it's, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's like, it's not just her, it's everyone, this is like a big issue going on right now. So it's not, you're not talking about the story anymore. It's just kind of like the narrator, like, this is going on.
Yeah. Well, it's still kind of specifically about the story though, because she's saying her state, above her state, the spirit towers. She will not ask of aliens, but of friends. So you're still making realization about her. And then I think you get more humanity driven. But this is the big like emotional outpour about that situation, I think.
Okay. So keep going with the story.
Yeah. So we're kind of running out of time.
Oh yeah.
This is like a weird little piece that like
it has so many twists and turns. That's what I love about it.
Yeah. So you just take it from your climax and take us to the end, and tell these big human truths. That's
all right. Okay.
Go for it.
And so I guess we'll start from thought I.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I above her state this spirit stars, she will not ask of aliens, but of friends, of sharers in a common human fate. She turns from the cold suckers which attend the unknown, little from the unknown we great, and points us to a better time, and points us to a better time, and points us to time than ours.
Great. I really think your ending has to come because it's now universal. So it really needs, because we placed her there. It's not about her at all anymore. So just the ending, I think, and points us. This is when you come like breaking the fourth wall kind of thing.
At center.
And points us, because now you're talking to your audience, so you have to include them in that moment, and points us to a better time. Like now she becomes the preacher with her little hymn at the end, So if you could just give us and points us to, or maybe just and points us to and take us home and preach the gospel and
Okay, gotcha. And points us to. And points us to
Even stronger.
Sorry?
No, even stronger. Go ahead.
Stronger? Okay.
Yeah.
And points us to better time. And points us to better time. And points us to better time than ours.
Great, great. As you continue to play, find different ways of saying that differently. Maybe the first one is for yourself and points us to a better time. Yeah. And points us to a better time. Yeah. And points all of us to a better time. You know, like having if you're going to say the same thing 3 times, you have to find different energies for saying them. But huge congratulations.
Thank you so much. All right. This was awesome. It totally made me think about this piece in a completely different way. So thank you for that. And I look forward to the rest of the class. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you, Dawson. And Dawson, who was your pianist?
The amazing Heather Lang. Say hi, Heather.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you.
He got me through my juries along with my voice teacher, Dr. Timpone. They're both awesome.
Okay. Singers, remember, without your pianist, we are nothing. So we have to give them thanks for certain. So thank you, Heather. Okay, and moving on to our last singer of the day, Sophia Santiago. Doing a Cipullo piece. I'll put it in the drop box.
Wow. Lucky. Also familiar faces at the piano. Hey.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So lovely, so fresh, so really sincere from both of you. I think because you have so much honesty and so much really painting the picture, when it gets bigger, we miss a little bit of your openness because you tend to like push on it a bit vocally. Yeah. So what would happen if we play with going to, I think the first one is, you can still hear the crickets. You can still see the lightning bug signaling. So maybe don't take it so seriously yet. You know, we have a long ways to go. Vocally, can we keep it more closer to the speech? Can you say that line? You can still hear the crickets, maybe more declamatory. You can still, because we're going to be singing this, well, the first one is pianissimo, but the second one is poco forte. You can still see the lightning bug signaling. Can you say that? And then let's sing it.
You can still hear the crickets. You can still see lightning bugs signaling.
Yeah. And then can we sing?
Sing it?
Mm-hmm.
You can still hear the crickets. You can still see lightning bugs signaling.
Yep. What if we keep the breath very fast? Still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can still, the excitement still flowing through the breath, never going to, you can still, staying with where you were with the speech and keeping the excitement through the breath. Yeah?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can still hear the crickets. You can still see lightning bugs signaling. Look, a yellow green strobe under the trees, but gone.
Beautiful. Gone. It's the same thing that you were playing with. Never like pushing on it, just letting it flow forward. Yeah, this energy. Because I know you want a crescendo, but we crescendo through this energy and not this energy. Yeah.
Right, and staying open and allowing it to be through me rather than me causing it to, yes.
Yeah, just repeating the vowel,
But gone, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
A yellow stroke.
Sure. A yellow green strobe under the trees, but gone. But then...
Great. What are you thinking physically to go up for that pianissimo? But
I'm thinking of surprise there, because that generally helps me be in the right space.
Mm-hmm. And physically, what are you thinking for in terms of support?
Grounding my feet.
You can also just think, I'm not going to touch technique because I know there are some voice teachers on here anyway, but one of the practical things that can help you is just the letter G, but g, because the g, like when you do that, it's going to be a kick in the but God, and that support is going to like propel you upwards so that you're over your vowel and not coming from underneath. But and then like everything's open, but God, and then you have the freedom to spin and to go and to do what we're talking about and to have that energy of like that we were looking for. Yeah.
Okay. A yellow green.
Yep.
I am a green stroll under the trees at dawn. But there again, sometimes in the same spot, I was
Beautiful, beautiful. You're spoiling us because you give us too much beauty. So then when you don't give us the vowel that's still spinning, then we're like, hey, we missed it.
Yeah.
So, but so many things were good. Again, could have stayed more in the honest vowel and spinning, and then here on not. The decrescendo is like the hardest thing that we do.
Yeah.
But the secret to it is maintaining the vowel, maintaining the support, and just thinking
Recreating it as I go. Yep.
Correct. Yeah. So can we go but then again, but there again, somewhere there?
But there again, sometimes in the same spot, I was sometimes not. As the tiny purveyors of phosphor drift past our houses, looking for and the crickets, the ones that still have their legs. Keep scraping them last time on
Beautiful. So what to you is this piece? What are you saying? What are you wanting to share?
Well, it's definitely, the text itself is very environmentalist, right? It's talking about the poison, which is the, I guess, fertilizers or, you know, whatever we spray in the lawns. For me personally, I picture myself as a mother, it's maybe 2035, it's a lot, you know, it's in the future. And the very complicated part about this interaction, which I believe is me and maybe my son or my daughter right in front of me, is we're on the back porch and it's a late summer evening and I've just been diagnosed with terminal cancer. That's what I have in my mind is what's happening, because I wanted to raise the stakes as much as possible and I felt like it matched how dramatic the text got later. And I was just diagnosed and I have yet to tell them. And this is, I feel like, my last chance to impart with them some knowledge and some wisdom that they could take with them. Yeah.
That's amazing. And we didn't know that when you sang it, but we felt that you had all of that specificity, which is, you know, a huge compliment. We didn't need to know necessarily the details of the story, but we saw you living a very truthful story. So huge congrats to you. What are your goals for this piece and taking it to the next level?
to make the audience think for longer than just sitting in the hall or wherever I'm performing.
Mm-hmm.
To take it outside of the hall and to remember what I was trying to tell them in the moment.
And what are your goals for yourself artistically?
For me artistically, it was to communicate coming into this, but now that we've been talking, I need to revisit some technical things to be able to sing in my best, healthiest voice.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Because your storytelling is really so beautiful. And so then my question would be to encourage you to be as free here, like in your shoulders, really having the breath be completely as organic and free as possible. And even when you're saying all your very tense filled listen, to like do it from an open place.
Yeah.
Because I think
emotion sabotage.
Right. Because it's very emotional and you're being very honest. And the tricky part of that is to find that in a way that you don't hurt yourself. You know, this in a 2-minute song, it you know, you're going to be fine. It doesn't matter. But these are the habits that we build towards, you know, having a long career, and really making sure that the breath goes to the bottom of you, sinking down into the floor, and then the energy shooting back up towards, so that you're tall and you're grounded and you're able to have all of those gorgeous colors that you have while just spinning freely on the breath. Mm-hmm. Because your storytelling is like, Pat, like, I'm not going to touch that. I think that's really beautiful, and I think that's really honest. So from past that, I would want you never to like push on the notes, on the breath, and to just flow freely. Do you want, just like as a treat for us, sing it one more time as freely, as openly, like we've seen the emotional side. Focus this time on what you need to do your most beautiful singing.
Sure. Yeah, I can give it a shot.
For a second, what would it do to this piece if you made it musical theater?
I don't have a huge experience with musical theater.
That's fine. Your like opinion of what musical theater is, which is the text is king and everything comes from a more speaky place.
Sure, I can try from here.
Yeah. Just everything is speech. It's just speech.
How about from where we are now?
Okay. That's the time purveyors. Mm-hmm. Is it okay?
As the tiny purveyors of phosphor drift past our houses, looking for one another, and the crickets
Bravi, 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 bravi. I like that. I like what it does to you to think of it as musical theater, because you tend not to like blow it out as much, and be more like everything's right here. It's just breathing and speaking right here.
I totally felt that when I was.
Yeah, and then the vibrato. Yeah, and then the vibrato was freer to do what it wanted to do. Yeah, but huge congratulations, beautiful artistry from the two of you.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
This is James Naumann for anyone who doesn't know. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful, just really spectacular work. And from all of the singers today, thank you for staying so committed, because it's not easy to make transformations when everyone is watching you, whether it's on a stage or virtually. And I saw transformations today from each and every one of you, thanks to the great RAEHANN Bryce-Davis. So thank you, RAEHANN, for joining us and presenting your second masterclass with us today. It was fantastic. I'm leaving very inspired after watching today, so thank you.
Thank you all. You were all lovely.
And RAEHANN, can we hear you next?
So right now I'm doing a workshop in Boulder of Jake Heggie and Jean Shear's new piece. You can hear my Azucena, my first role debut at Glimmer Glass or LA Opera, or if you want to come to Germany, you can come hang out there.
Brava! And you just returned from France as well, so.
I did. I had my first Preziosilla in Forza del Destino. So it's my Verdi year.
Excellent. Well, perfectly suited for your voice. I just want to remind everyone that we have the wonderful Niels Newbert, who also teaches at Manhattan School of Music, Juilliard Manis. He's all over, and he'll be doing a class on German diction and German lieder in 2 weeks on Saturday the 19th at 2 p.m. And then we've got a wonderful, amazing range of more master classes to come this summer for our Summer of Song Festival. Other great teachers, one of whom is on today, Thomas Morocco. So we will see him later this summer doing a class in German, French, and Italian song. So that's going to be quite exciting as well. I believe the date of that is August the 7th, 2 p.m. Eastern. So again, thank you to RAEHANN, brava. And thank you to our singers, our pianists today, to Creative Engagement Fund, and to Manhattan School of Music, our normal partner, who we will be looking forward to returning to the next time we do our season. Singers, thank you. Thank you everyone who watched today, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the future. Have a beautiful Sunday.